What happens to abandoned eggs in a nest? Have you ever come across a nest with eggs that seem to be left behind? It raises an important question. What really happens to those abandoned eggs? Let's break it down. When birds abandon their eggs, several things can occur based on the situation and the species involved. First, if the eggs are infertile or not developing properly, the adult birds may choose to leave. Birds have a remarkable ability to sense whether their eggs are valuable. If no eggs hatch after the usual incubation period, the parents may decide to move on and try again elsewhere. This decision helps them conserve energy for future nesting attempts. Next, external threats can lead to abandonment. If a nest is disturbed by predators, harsh weather, or even human interference, the adult birds might feel it is too risky to stay. They may leave the eggs behind to protect themselves and focus on finding a safer location. Another reason for abandonment can be the loss of one parent. In species that relying on both parents for incubation and feeding, if one parent dies or is unable to care for the nest, the remaining parent may abandon the eggs. This is often a survival tactic to ensure the remaining parent can focus on future reproductive efforts. Once the eggs are abandoned, they face exposure to the elements and potential predators. Without the warmth and care provided by the parents, the embryos inside the eggs cannot develop properly. Eventually, they will perish. Other birds, like brood parasites such as cowbirds, may also remove the abandoned eggs or damage them. From a nest and egg identification perspective, you can often tell if eggs have been abandoned by observing the lack of hatching progress after the normal incubation period. If you notice that no adult birds are attending the nest for several weeks, it's a strong sign that the eggs may have been left behind. If you find a nest with what appears to be abandoned eggs, it is best to observe from a distance. Disturbing the site can cause more harm than good. Trying to care for or hatch the eggs is generally not recommended, as it requires specialized knowledge and permits. If you feel intervention is necessary, reaching out to a wildlife rehabilitator is the best course of action. In summary, abandoned eggs typically do not hatch and are left to natural processes. Abandonment is a strategy for birds to conserve resources and seek better conditions for reproduction. Understanding clutch size, incubation timing, and nest behavior is essential for recognizing when eggs have been abandoned.